Mark.
Hey, Mark.
It's late there. Thank you for staying up.
Yeah.
Well, I actually went to bed for a little bit and then got up. That's why I look so.
Good morning. Good morning.
Everybody well?
Yeah. Absolutely. Good to see you again, man.
I watched. Yes, it is. This is the second time I think it is. Watched the season. Absolutely loved it. First question. Did you know there was going to be a season 2 when you did season 1, or was it the success of season 1 that sort of beget season 2?
It was the latter. So, we really believed in volume 1, and we had so much support and truth from Kathy, from everybody. I think everybody thought it was a really exciting, new, kind of bold expression for Star Wars. But you just never know if it's going to land. It was out of the norm of what we were doing at the time, and we had to see what audiences think and whether or not it was going to resonate. And we were pleasantly surprised that it did resonate so well, and people did like it and loved it as much as we. We thought we had something special, so it was really good to see that land. And then it was really a matter of, okay, let's expand this, let's explore this. And we always thought that Visions could be a kind of broader canvas and be something that could go beyond any just one medium, one form. That's kind of, it went from there. We just really believe that this could expand and really showcase art from around the world. And see how Star Wars resonated in all these different cultures, and I think we've done that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, anime was always I say obvious, that sounds a bit pat, but a logical choice, and to expand it to these as you say, expressions makes all the sense. I've got to ask, as a Brit, Aardman, I mean, wow. How on earth did somebody take that and put those two things together?
We're huge fans of Aardman.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been, huge fans for a long time, and never even fathomed that we'd have an opportunity to collaborate. But then when this came along, we thought, oh my gosh, that could be like chocolate and peanut butter. You're like you said, it's not a natural marriage. So you worried about, is it just going to be a skit? Is it just going to be a funny little thing? But they pitched a few stories to us, and while all having lots of humor and feeling very Aardman, this one had a true human story at its heart, between a mother and daughter, and it felt like it could fit in that Star Wars galaxy. So it worked. We think it worked out really well. It has nice elements of both.
It feels like if you're not releasing cuddly toys with arms that come off, or
we're missing an opportunity.
Good, tell our product guys.
Right. Yeah. When you have ideas and things start being spitballed, I mean, do you approach studios? Do they pitch to you? What's the process for making, the teams that worked on, say, season 2? How does that kind of organically come together, or is it organic? Is it chosen? How does it work?
It's pretty organic. Once we identify the studios, and Jacqui reaches out and talks through schedule and budget, and if they have capacity. Just because animation's so busy that we were fortunate that these dream studio of ours said yes. So we were so happy that Cartoon Saloon and Aardman and everyone else said yes. And then it's just we talk about loose framework in that the big sort of piece for volume 2 and even volume 1 had this was just the tell a Star Wars story through your own cultural perspective. That was the most important thing. We also encourage them to create new characters, and new planets, new places, and like Jacqui said, Aardman pitched a handful of ideas, and it really was that personal story that grabbed us. Same with the other studios. Some some studios only pitched 1 or 2 ideas, but they kind of knew they had it, and looked for us for sort of help along the way, just in crafting the drama or the cuts, or getting assets and sound effects and that kind of stuff. But that was generally the process, is just having a personal story that they want to tell. And because they're all such great storytellers to begin with, it was a pretty great experience.
And that's how we know we're going to get something that's Star Wars, right? That feels authentically Star Wars. Is it when we're engaging with creatives that have a personal story, or have something that's kind of a universal theme or timeless, kind of relatable character story about family dynamics, or choosing, being selfless over selfish, and things like that. That's how we know we're in the right place to mine and explore with them.
And this season, you've got some awesome voice talent. I mean, Angelica Houston stood out to me, obviously. Maxine Peake, big name over here in the UK. Dennis Lawson playing Wedge, which was fantastic. How do you attract these kind of talents to a project like this?
Well, I think the studios were really partners with us in this. It was really important that we got authentic, local talent, or even if the talent was based here in the States, talent that might have have roots in some of these countries. So that was all really important, and we worked really hand in hand. Aardman has so many great talent relationships. So Maxine Peake was at the top of their list. Camille Cotten in France, Ursula Cordero in Spain. Those were all driven by the directors and by those studios, talking to us and working with us. So we were really lucky, and people love to play. Actors love to play in animation. It's a good place to let loose and have some fun. So
I hope I'm not out of line for saying that it felt to me that Love, Death and Robots felt kind of an influence, in the sense that they really go out there in different styles, and this time you've really gone out there in different styles. How far out? I mean, I'm thinking the first episode, Sith, was with the beautiful color palettes, was really something very different. And then you get to something like I Am Your Mother, which is that classic Aardman. So how far out do you want to go? How far out would you go in that sense, that stylistic sense?
I think we're open. In all honesty, I don't think there is we haven't found it yet. There's not, we haven't hit that barrier where we've got to a point of this is too far. I think comes down, like I said earlier, really, it comes down to the character story and the heart, and creators, filmmakers that have something to say with their art. We were joking about this earlier today, but could there be a puppet version of this? Maybe. You just don't know. I mean, I think that's the beauty of this framework. I don't think we should limit ourselves. I think we should hear the pitches, see the creatives that are deeply moving us and telling great stories, and see if we can find a Star Wars expression of it. I think a little of the burden is taken off of Visions from the place of, can you do black and white Kurosawa? Yes, that's what Vision is. It's a rich palette for that type of unexpected aesthetic. So, maybe one day we'll find it, but so far we're open to exploring what this could be.
Fantastic. Well, here's to season 3.
Thanks.
Thanks,
guys.
Getting up early. Thanks, Mark.
Yes, thank you.
All the best. Thank you.